Hello, I've spoken about reflections, daily reflections, in this recent talk, and I often refer to it. So I thought I'd make a short video just to explain how I go about this, but just a general guide as to how to reflect on one's day in a systematic form. The reason to have a regular way of doing it is to create a controlled test environment, a level playing field, so that you can compare each day to another and monitor your progress. But one should not look daily at one's progress as being any kind of indication as to how your practice is going, because this practice is like a long growing plant, a tree. It takes a long time of care, nutrition, to grow into something substantial and long-lasting and strong. Like I've used the analogy before of the rice plant, which grows quickly, bearing fruit, and dies off quickly, and in the meantime can be blown away very easily. Or the long-growing established mango tree, which bears fruit eventually, but only after having established firm roots in the ground. Now, this daily reflection is just to check that you're going in the right direction, using the right tools, and to remind yourself to get back on track the following day. Not to be judgmental about today or yesterday, but just to bring you a little bit back on track for the next day. So it isn't a measure. This practice isn't something you see a change instantly. You'll have some revelations, you'll have some light bulb moments, let's say, of understanding. But the practice is a slow progression, but a steady progression to something strong and lasting. So for example, you can look in the mirror and you'll see your face, and you look in the mirror tomorrow and the next day and the next day, you'll see little change. But if you look at a photograph of 5 years ago, I'm sure you'll see quite a difference. And especially depending on your age, there could be an enormous difference in that period of time. So if we wish to measure our progress on this path of practice, it is best to look back over some time, some months, some years, not just to today or yesterday. But daily reflection, it can go as simply as this. Before your evening meditation, sit, and when you're feeling comfortable, just ask yourself some simple questions. Today, have I kept sila? Now, sila is moral virtue. In the case of lay people, this is the 5 precepts of no killing, no stealing, no sexual misconduct, no lying, and no taking of intoxicants. And just ask yourself, without judgment, today have I kept the 5 precepts? And move on. If you haven't, know that, but make a determination that tomorrow you will. Then comes samadhi, meditation. And by now, if you have a meditation routine, let's say you meditate for 1 hour when you wake up in the morning, or even half an hour, or 20 minutes. And you've made a determination to meditate in the evening, say before you go to sleep for 1 hour, and even maybe 20 minutes, or some short micro meditations throughout the day that I've recommended in the past. If you've got these in your idea of a schedule, if you've made these determinations, you can at this stage of your reflection ask yourself, have I kept to my meditation schedule today? And without judgment, know the answer, and if you haven't, you can make the determination to keep your meditation schedule tomorrow. And then comes panya, or wisdom, or mental development. And you can just ask yourself, today, have I listened to the Dharma, listened to Dharma talks, or read something about Dharma? Or have I discussed with other people, maybe on this path of practice also, aspects of the Dharma? Or my teacher, have I spoken to my teacher in the Dharma about questions I have? Or have I even considered throughout the day aspects of my life and aspects of what is going on in the world in relation to Dharma? Or have I been preoccupied with worldly news, with entertainment, with distraction of this nature? Now, all of these things can be found these days in one source, in your smartphone, in your mobile phone. So it is a good idea to build into your structure time away from that, because whilst you're usually involved with your mobile phone, you are distracting yourself with many things at one time, going from news to entertainment to this to that that's flashing up in front of you. So during hopefully your meditation time, that is turned off and put away somewhere, which is good. And then have a schedule that is for usual mobile phone activity as part of your day, because they are part of everybody's days and work and social aspects these days. But also some time whereby you may use that perhaps just for listening or watching Dharma talks, or corresponding with Kalyanamita, who are our noble friends on the path, other people following the Buddha's teachings. And again, without judgment, know how you have behaved in that respect. So these are the three main categories that are the divisions of the Noble Eightfold Path, which of course has these 8 subdivisions. But at this point, in this reflection, one can then say, in body, speech or mind, have I caused any harm today? Now, either to myself or to any other beings. And you can answer this question honestly and without judgment, move on with the determination that tomorrow you will try to act wholesomely in all actions of body, speech and mind. And daily reflection is as simple as that. You can sum up at the end, I like to do this, and ask yourself, is there anything I would rather be doing with my life now and into the future than what I am doing now and have planned into the future? And without judgment, you can say, no, I'm content with everything I have in my life and all of my plans for the future. Or you can say, yes, I'm not content with everything in my life or my plans for the future, and I need to make these certain adjustments. You can then, without judgment, make a determination to spend some time tomorrow, not now, considering how you could change the way you are living at the moment for the better, and how you can adjust your plans for the future. This is all you need to do. It doesn't take very long. It's quite a simple procedure. A reminder, just ask yourself the three main questions. Have I kept Sila, so the 5 precepts, if you're a lay person? If you're living in a monastery, 8. If you're a monastic, 227. But you won't need me to be telling you about this. You'll be doing it already. And then meditation. Have I been keeping up my meditation schedule? And wisdom. Have I spent the day playing video games or listening to, I don't know, whatever, watching entertainment on my phone or on the television? Or have I been, at least for part of the day, listening to some Dharma or reading some Dharma? This doesn't have to be going into depth studying the suttas, just simply listening to a Dharma talk for 40 minutes or so, rather than, say, listening to whatever other kind of distracting form of entertainment you might find ordinarily. It means you're sitting and receptive to improving your thinking more towards wholesome mind states, which is the process of developing wisdom. Developing wholesome mind states and reducing those unwholesome mind states. So, quite simply, it is just that. A little bit of reflection at the end of the day to get you back on track for the following day. They call it the path because it's a direction we're going in, but we're not going to anywhere. It is more illustrative of the way we would be walking or guided along a path. If we stray a little bit to the left, sometimes we need to bring ourselves into the middle again. If we stray a little bit to the right, sometimes we need to bring ourselves back into the middle again, like this. And with this daily reflection, you can do just that. Guide yourself a little bit back into the middle of this noble eightfold path, ensuring that you are establishing right view and your intentions are good. You are using right speech. Your livelihood, your actions are good. Your livelihood is good. You're making effort, determination in your practice to have mindfulness and to meditate. And that is the Noble Eightfold Path. And that is the path that will lead you to Nibbana. So enjoy your reflection as this gentle redirection to the center of the path. Not a time to judge yourself or others, a time to pat yourself on the back, congratulate yourself. If you've kept one of the precepts, say to yourself, well done. I didn't kill anybody today. Because there are people in the world who have. You don't have to say that bit, I'm saying that to you. If everybody in the entire world kept just the first precept of no killing, the entire world would be a very different place. So there's a lot to be proud of when you are keeping the first precept. The second, the third, the fourth and the fifth are all you need to do to grow those foundational roots for this tree of Dharma in you to grow strong for many years to come, and to give you the fruition, bear the fruit of contentment, and then happiness, and ultimately nibbana. So I'll leave that there and say goodbye. I'll get on now, it's evening time before my meditation, with my own reflection, which only takes a few minutes, but I'll just be asking myself, have I kept sila? Have I practiced meditation? And have I developed my mind today? And that will put me in a good place to begin tomorrow. And it also ends today, all actions of body, speech and mind, before you then start your meditation for the night time. So you're starting with a clean slate. It's not confession, it's just knowing what you didn't do today or what you should have done today, how you could have done it, how you'll do it tomorrow. Know at this point, and then you can relax into your meditation, knowing that all is in this moment, here and now, good, and you can be content. So, thank you for watching, and goodbye.